Schweim Eagles pregame show on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. Getting you ready for Eagles football. We'll take you up to 12 noon where you have NFL coverage. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll take you to Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the Eagles and the Packers at 4:25. Mike and Merle with the call. And we hopefully the Eagles can put it together and bring us a win. And now, every Sunday, we do a very special segment in coordination and collaboration with Ken Dunnick and the Jersey Man magazine. It's our Where Are They Now segment. So let's go to the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room former Eagle wide receiver Charlie Smith. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, Charlie, right now, so Charlie, you're actually the perfect guy to talk to about this because you first went to Philadelphia in 1974, and from 1974 to 77, 76, 70, they were some lean years. When you played on a couple, bad teams, and what's the Eagles' experience right now? How hard is it to get fired up and pumped up for a game when things aren't going according to plan?
It wasn't hard at all because you're a professional and you're out there, you got a job to do, and that you train to do that job. So they say if you don't use it, you lose it. And we just believe we practice hard every day, and we believe in one another. But sometimes, things sometimes have to bounce right for you. You got to be in the right place at the right time, and sometimes take a little time for you to go out there, a little time to get it right. And we was able to get it right, but we never stopped. And plus you had to get a couple good ball players as well.
Now, Charlie, you played for the Eagles from 1974 to 1981. So you remember the highs, the lows, the highs and the lows. You also played on the opposite side of Harold Carmichael. You guys were a great duo. But what did you do? Like our segment's called "Where Are They Now?" So, what exactly are you doing now, and how are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm back home in Monroe. I came back home. I love Monroe. I love the South. We have good weather down here, but it's good. I'm enjoying myself. I taught school for like 30 plus years, and down here in my high school, and not close in Monroe, and I coached some of everything: football, track, basketball. As a matter of fact, I retired in 17. I retired from teaching in 2017 after 32, 33, whatever years. And now I like kids, so I still work with kids. And at my high school, I'm the track coach at the high school. I coach the boys and girls track team.
Now, Charlie, we're talking with Charlie Smith, former Eagles wide receiver. Charlie, you talked about you had to work. You as a teacher. Can you imagine the salaries now compared to when you played?
Man, if I had I think, but I probably still would. But I think had I been making the salary that I'm making right now, I probably wouldn't have to teach, but I would have because I love kids. I love what I do. But man, oh man, it would have been great to just sit back and say, well, hey, I decided to take me a 2-week cruise. I could do that, and no problem. Have it in the bank, And my wife and I went argue about, baby, you're spending too much, that kid. We have 2 sons. He can do without that for the day or tomorrow. He can wait till next year to get that. But it's all good, and I thank God that I was able to do what I was able to do, and during that time, I think things weren't as expensive as they are now, and so we made a pretty good living, and so I'm just grateful for the time we had. But oh man, to think about what they're doing now, it's great, but we're just good, and it's good. They deserve everything that they've gotten or will get.
Well, you guys paved the way for the players in the NFL today. You alluded to the fact that being a teacher. What are some of the lessons that you learned while some of the things you picked up in Philadelphia that maybe you brought back to Monroe with you?
Oh, quite nice, but things I learned, and especially I learned from Coach Vermeil and Coach McCormick when I first got Coach McCormick. But I mean, you're going to have some, there's going to be some valleys. You're going to have some valleys. There's going to be some times I learned that there's going to be some time. I had to learn this too now, especially because I was coaching also. I had to learn that, the kids, they're not you. And I had to catch myself because I thought about it. I said, man, you were playing professional football and you made some mistakes. These kids are 15, 16 years old. They're going to make mistakes. So the way the coach was patient with you, you got to be patient with the coach. And you have to teach and reteach. I learned that. You had to teach and reteach. You had to go over and over. And sometimes you be like, but then you catch yourself. Realize the same way in the classroom, You had to teach and reteach. You had to be patient with them and let them. They don't get it. And you got to show some love. You had to show love.
Hey, Charlie, coming up from Louisiana, what was it like coming to Philadelphia? I mean, you went to Grambling and then you come to Philly, and what was it? What was it like? You talked about you like the warm weather. But you come to Philadelphia, play on that AstroTurf, that hard turf at the Veterans Stadium. It was like playing on cement.
Yes, it was. It was. I mean, guys didn't like to practice on it. I mean, your legs were hurt, but when I came to Philadelphia, I'm thinking I'm going to Philadelphia. It's going to be cool up there. But man, when I got to Philadelphia, it's just as hot as it is down in Louisiana.
Oh yeah,
during the summertime. I remember one summer it was like we practiced and it was like 108 degrees that morning, and that was coach. And we couldn't practice but once a day. We had to practice in the morning because it was so hot that day. I think the people in the like to say the vet people were falling at the baseball game. People falling out, But I found out it's just as it's just as hot, and especially during the summer months and the early months, and then it was good till it got to December, I think. And anything could happen in December. I remember the time it snowed. I went to bed and woke up that morning, snow everywhere. It took guys. Carmine lived in New Jersey, and it snowed, and he got to practice by 2:00. But when they come from here, we gonna get our practice in. We stayed there the whole day. And he all in food for us, and we ate, and I think we had to wind up going to Wide Down, where we used to practice at because they had indoor facilities to practice by 4:00. So,
yeah, Widener University. I'm sure you played. We're talking with Charlie Smith, former Philadelphia Eagle, played with the Eagles from 1974 to 1981. Of course, you played for Dick Vermeil, and I know you have a special spot in your heart for Coach Vermeil. He was like every single player that we've had on that played for Coach Vermeil, nothing but high praises.
Oh yeah, he's a great man. I said you learn a lot. You learn a lot, and he really cared about his players. I mean, he really cared about them, and he was loyal to his players, And we, we practice hard, but one thing about it, I think if you talk to anybody, they're going to say that, they're going to tell you they love Coach Vermeil. Because you think about what he was doing, he's trying to get you from that, because we, like to say, at the beginning, we really wasn't that good. So now you got to get rid of that losing habit, and where we think you're going to win, but in the back of your mind, if something doesn't go right for you at the beginning, and then subconsciously you say, oh, Lord, here we go again.
Yeah, that can happen, right?
He got that out of you. And he said, well, things that could go right all the time. I think about the miracles in the Meadowlands, We were losing. I mean, man, oh, man, but he said, you got to keep the faith. I mean, guys were still hustling. Guys were still playing. I mean, Giants had the ball. The defense was still playing. Well, you're not going to lose. And they saw what happened. And so we let you know that, you keep pushing. You got to hold on. And that's what we would do. And, that's why we became successful.
We're talking with Charlie Smith, former Eagles wide receiver. Charlie, what's your favorite memory of playing in Philadelphia?
Going to the Super Bowl.
Right on.
It has to be the favorite, man. We all that hard work and time, and listen to Coach Vermeil say, we can do this, and the guys start believing that we can do this, and we were able to get it. I was so happy for the guys, that had some of the guys that came before me. Harold had some bad years, before I got there. And all of us went through some bad times. But then, like I said, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. So
hey, Charlie, does that make winning all that much more sweeter when you you've suffered through some bad seasons of losing and questioning yourself, all of a sudden to turn it around and play in the Super Bowl. How sweet was that after, some of the lean years?
Yeah, you take that. I mean, these are life skills. These are your learning tree, and you be able to explain it. And see, some people, you could tell them, but you had gone through those things. You can't really explain it, But now, if you've gone through it, I can come and talk to my kids. Like I say, I coach here in my high school. I can talk to my kids, let them know what I went through. So, but you got to hold on. I mean, every day not gonna be sunny for you. You're going to have some cloudy days, but you keep pushing. Then all of a sudden you begin to see the sun peeking through the clouds. And there'll be some sunshiny days, but you can't give up. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing.
Well, Charlie, listen, man, we really appreciate it. I mean, I remember you vividly when I was in high school watching you play. And thanks for the memories. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for checking in with us.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak. I enjoy Philadelphia. I miss Philadelphia, but, all is good.